Google just shipped 3 new Gemini Flash models, a massive jump in AI development. This changes everything about the future of artificial intelligence. You're looking at a significant milestone, a moment that will be remembered as a turning point in the AI revolution. But what does it mean? On the surface, it's a bold move by Google to solidify its position in the AI market. The company has begun pre-training for Gemini 4, its most ambitious AI model yet. That's right, 3 new models and a 4th on the way. The question is, what's the end game? Is this just about Google dominating the AI landscape, or is there something more at play? The answer lies in the details, and the details are about to get very interesting. Gemini 4 is not just an incremental update, it's a whole new ball game. But here's the part nobody saw coming. This is just the beginning. The real story is not about the models themselves, but about how they're being used to change the world. And that's where things get really fascinating. What if I told you that this is just one piece of a much larger puzzle, a puzzle that involves some of the biggest names in tech? Vocabulary, artificial intelligence, milestone, revolution, ambitious. You think Google's just stopping at 3 new Gemini Flash models? Think again. The real story here is the pre-training for Gemini 4, its most ambitious AI model yet. This is a massive push to solidify Google's position in the AI market. But it's not just about the tech, it's about how it's changing the world, one workflow at a time. Google's move is expected to send shockwaves through the industry, with other players scrambling to keep up. OpenAI, for one, is already making moves, launching its ChatGPT for Small Businesses program to make AI more accessible to smaller organizations. As Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Twitter, said, the future of work is going to be all about humans and AI agents working together. And with his new platform, Buzz, he's putting his money where his mouth is. But who's next to make a move? Will it be Microsoft, Amazon, or Facebook? The stakes are high, and the players are jockeying for position. The question on everyone's mind, what's the end game here? Is it just about being the biggest player in the AI market, or is it about something more? As the AI landscape continues to shift, one thing is clear. The companies that can adapt and innovate will be the ones that come out on top. But what does that mean for the rest of us? You're watching the AI landscape evolve in real time. It's only going to get more intense from here. You're watching the AI landscape shift in real time, with Google's Gemini Flash models and pre-training for Gemini 4 making headlines. But here's what's almost as significant. OpenAI is launching a program to bring ChatGPT to small businesses. This is a game changer for smaller organizations looking to stay competitive. With ChatGPT work, they can automate workflows, generate content, and analyze data like never before. As OpenAI puts it, we want to make AI accessible to everyone, regardless of the size of their organization. But what about the bigger picture? How will this shift the AI landscape? Think about it. Smaller businesses can now tap into the power of AI, closing the gap with larger corporations. This is democratization in action. But what are the implications? Will this lead to a surge in AI adoption, or will it create new challenges for smaller businesses to navigate? Greg Brockman, OpenAI's president, says, our goal is to make AI a fundamental tool for every business, not just the ones with the most resources. But as AI becomes more accessible, the stakes are rising. What happens when every business, big or small, has access to AI-driven workflows? How will that change the way we work, and what are the potential risks? The answer, much like the future of AI itself, remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The AI landscape is evolving fast, and you need to stay ahead of the curve. What's driving this rapid progress, and what's being overlooked in the excitement? Vocabulary, accessibility, democratization, AI-driven, workflows, uncertainty. But here's what almost nobody is talking about. As Buzz rolls out, making seamless collaboration between humans and AI agents the new norm, we must confront a stark reality. Are we giving up too much control? Think about it. When Jack Dorsey launched Buzz, he said, we're creating a space where human creativity meets machine precision. That's exciting. But what if those precise machines start making decisions that aren't just guided by algorithms. We're on the cusp of a new era in AI. With Buzz, teams can now interact with AI agents as seamlessly as they chat with each other. But this integration comes at a cost. When you integrate an AI agent into your workflow, you're not just using it for tasks. You're embedding it deeply into every aspect of your work. And that means those AI agents are learning from and adapting to your every move. Imagine a scenario where an AI agent starts forecasting projects based on patterns in team communications. It starts predicting the best times to send emails or schedule meetings, making decisions that could be more accurate than yours because it has access to a wealth of data you don't even notice. Over time, these agents become more autonomous and powerful, adapting their behavior to maximize efficiency. But here's where things get tricky. Who's in control? When an AI agent starts dictating the flow of your day, are you still making the big decisions, or is it guiding them subtly behind the scenes? The line between human oversight and machine directive is becoming increasingly blurred. In a recent interview with Button Down, Jack Dorsey said, "Buzz isn't just about tools. It's about building trust in AI. Trust that might be misplaced if we're not fully aware of what these agents can do." We're not talking about losing a few decisions here and there. This is about ceding significant control to machines. So, as Buzz and similar platforms gain traction, we need to ask ourselves, are we comfortable handing over this much control? Because once you integrate an AI agent into your workflow, it's hard to remove them. They become part of the fabric of how you work every day. You think you're ready for the future of AI, but are you really? Google's Gemini Flash models and OpenAI's ChatGPT are just the beginning. They're pushing the boundaries of what's possible, but in the excitement, we're overlooking some critical implications. Jack Dorsey's Buzz platform is revolutionizing team collaboration. But what about the teams that will be displaced by AI? The World Economic Forum estimates that by 2027, 75 million jobs will be displaced by automation. But here's the thing. It's not just about job loss. It's about the AI-driven inequality that's looming on the horizon. As AI becomes more pervasive, the gap between those who have access to it and those who don't will only widen. A report by the McKinsey Global Institute found that up to 30% of the working-age population in developed economies may need to retrain for new jobs by 2030. But what about the developing economies? The ones that are already struggling to keep up? The stakes are higher than ever. We're not just talking about the future of work, we're talking about the future of our societies. So, what can we do to mitigate these risks? Can we really trust the likes of Google, OpenAI, and Jack Dorsey to prioritize our well-being over their profits? The answer, much like the future of AI itself, remains uncertain. But one thing's for sure, we can't afford to overlook these unseen consequences any longer. The question is, what's the real cost of this AI revolution, and are we willing to pay it? You've seen the latest Gemini Flash models from Google, the ChatGPT for small businesses program from OpenAI, and Jack Dorsey's Buzz platform. But here's the thing. The future of AI is not just about the latest models or tools. It's about how we choose to use them to shape the world. The AI revolution is no longer just about technology. It's about the impact it has on our lives, our businesses, and our societies. As AI continues to advance at an unprecedented pace, we're faced with a critical question. What kind of world do we want to create with this technology? The possibilities are endless, from AI-powered app development to AI-driven workflows. But with great power comes great responsibility. We must consider the implications of this rapid progress and what's being overlooked in the excitement. The truth is, the AI revolution is not just about the tech itself, but about the values we embed in it, the ethics we uphold, and the consequences we're willing to accept. So, what's the takeaway from all this? The future of AI is in our hands. It's up to us to ensure that this technology is used to augment human capabilities, to drive innovation, and to create a better world for all. If you want to stay ahead of the curve and be part of this conversation, you know what to do. Subscribe to our channel and join the thousands of innovators, builders, and curious minds who are shaping the future of AI. And get ready for our next deep dive into the AI revolution. where we'll explore the intersection of AI, humanity, and the unknown. Vocabulary, responsibility, innovation, augmentation, ethics, consequences.